Before your soul is ever taken, one angel is already watching you. But there was one man, one prophet, whose death was unlike any other. When it was time for him to leave this world, the angel of death didn't just take his soul. He waited, because this prophet was given a choice. Do you want to stay in the world, or do you want to return to Allah? And what he chose will change how you see death forever. This is not just a story. This is the truth of the unseen, told by the one who lived it, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Let us begin. Among all the souls ever created, there are some the angels approach with fear and reverence. And the greatest of them was the soul of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Let us go back in time, not to the moment of revelation, but to the moment when the last words were spoken. And the angel of death came near. But he didn't act immediately. He stood and waited. Why? Because the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam was not like us. The Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was given a choice. Before Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam passed away, another mighty Prophet Musa alayhi salam had an unforgettable encounter with this same angel. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us in Sahih al-Bukhari and Sahih Muslim, when the angel of death came to Musa to take his soul, Musa struck him, and the angel returned to his Lord with one of his eyes blackened. Some people misunderstand this hadith, but scholars clarify. Musa alayhi salam did not sin. He believed his mission on earth was still ongoing, so he responded with strength, not rebellion. And the angel of death, who is normally never delayed, went back to Allah. That's the honor of a prophet. Even death cannot come without permission. Fast forward to the final hours of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Aisha radiallahu anha tells us, she saw his lips moving softly, gently. I heard him saying, with the highest companionship, with the highest companionship. He was making a choice, because the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said in another authentic narration, no prophet dies until he is shown his place in paradise and then given a choice to stay or to go. And he chose it. He chose Allah. He chose the highest companion. And only then did the angel of death step forward. He did not snatch his soul. He received it like a trust, like something too sacred to touch without permission. Imagine that. Even the angel of death, who takes the lives of tyrants and kings without hesitation, waited for the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to speak his last words. That is the rank of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That is the dignity Allah gave to his final messenger. This story is not about fear, it's about hope. If this is how the angel of death honored a prophet, what do you think awaits the righteous, the martyrs, the sincere believers? Death is not darkness for the one who walks with light. We witnessed the moment when even the angel of death stood still, waiting for permission, waiting for the final Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to choose his return to Allah. But that was not the end. That moment was only the beginning of a journey far greater than death. A journey that reveals a reality most people have never understood. A truth that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself told us with full clarity. What happens to the soul of a prophet after it leaves the body? Let us begin. The souls of the prophets are never dead. The Quran speaks directly about this reality in Surah Baqarah. And do not say about those who are killed in the way of Allah, they are dead. Rather, they are alive, but you do not perceive it. If that is the status of a martyr, then what do you think is the status of a messenger? The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the prophets are alive in their graves, praying. This is not metaphor. This is not symbolic. This is literal truth. The souls of the prophets are returned to their bodies in a way we cannot fully grasp. They are alive and they are worshipping Allah even now in the realm we call Barzakh. Let's rewind to the miraculous night of Isra wal Miraj. When the Prophet ascended the heavens, he met Adam, Musa, Isa, Ibrahim, Yusuf, Idris, one by one, alive, speaking, aware. These weren't dreams. They weren't symbolic visions. These were actual encounters, as confirmed by the Prophet ﷺ himself. And when he reached the highest heaven, he saw Ibrahim ﷺ leaning against al-Bayt al-Ma'mur, the heavenly Kaaba visited by 70,000 angels every day. That means the prophets are not just honored in death, they are honored in every world. And as for our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, his body was buried in Medina, but his soul resides in a way that connects the physical and the unseen. Her sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "There is no one who sends salutations upon me except that Allah returns my soul to me so that I may return the greeting." Did you hear that? Every time someone says Allahumma salli ala Muhammad, Allah returns his soul to respond to you personally. He's not gone. He's responding. He's alive in the realm of the unseen and aware of the love of his ummah. If this is the rank of the prophets, if even the angel of death stands in awe of them, if their souls remain alive and active, then what is death really? It is not a cut-off, it is not silence, it is a transfer from a limited temporary life to an everlasting realm full of divine mercy and divine light. The Prophet said, "When the believer is about to depart this world, angels come down from the heavens, their faces bright like the sun." Even for the believer, not just the Prophet, the soul is received with honor if that person lived for Allah. So what should this teach us? This is not a story to entertain. This is a reminder of what's real. That death is not the enemy. Sin is. That the grave is not darkness. It is only dark for those who forgot the light. And that the prophets, our heroes, are not memories. They are alive, honored, and present in ways we cannot see, but must believe. This is why we say, Assalamu alayka ayyuhan nabiyyu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace be upon you, O Prophet, and the mercy and blessings of Allah, because He hears it. And He responds. So remember, one day the angel of death will come for you. You will not be able to stop him, but you can prepare to welcome him. Live like the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Deal with La ilaha illallah. And maybe, just maybe, you too will be greeted, not with fear, but with light.